would tell us the story about this device, what you use it for?
Yeah, I'm Sikeku from Tanzania, and I work with FADECO Community Radio, a radio which is working to empower farmers to be able to overcome poverty, have enhanced food security. Now, one of the things we do is not only to give expert knowledge to the farmers via radio, but also to give a platform to the farmers, because they are voiceless, to be able to talk on the radio. And one of the things that I've discovered is that in order to have the voices of the farmers, you need equipment to be able to capture their voices, to document the experiences. And I've been able to find out this gadget, which is a sensor. This sensor cost me $150. And with this sensor, I'm able to record experiences from the farmers in the field, come to my office, get the audio files out of the sensor clip, edit them, compose them to radio program, and be able to broadcast farmers' voices back on the radio. This way, our radio is the farmers' radio, is a community radio. You make it a community because the voices of the farmers are voiced. Mm-hmm. And as I would like to say, farmers in my country are one of the voiceless communities. So rightly so, FADECO Radio gives a voice to the voiceless. In this case, using simple and cheap gadgets like this one, we are able to make the voices of the farmers heard.
So what questions do you ask farmers?
Several questions. It could be from what challenges they are meeting as farmers related to production. It could be they tell their problems. But also, we give them also room to be able to tell the experiences, what have been their successful stories, because these farmers have been farming for more than 20, 30 years. So they're also experts and researchers in their way. So they're able to tell experience, successful stories from their traditional farming, what works best for them. And this way we are able to communicate what is best for them or what has worked for them to other farmers. And this way, they communicate best practices to other farmers, which sometimes is more affordable, more cheap, more relevant, and more useful to them.
So can you tell us a little bit about other technologies that you use with the radio, like SMS or computers?
Actually, what we try to do at FADECO Radio is to use and integrate the available ICTs at our disposal at various levels. Institutionally, we use internet and email to access information from outside, or to communicate with researchers, or to communicate to knowledge workers outside of our community. And we use radio now to disseminate the information. We use computer, of course, as a central medium for processing the information. Now, how do we get feedback from the farmers? Because this is very, very, very important to know that the information we are communicating is relevant. So for feedback, one of the best intervention, one of the best ICT that we have found is the mobile phone. Farmers use the mobile phone to send us text messages. It could be about a program which has been running. It could be about a change of program. But this way, we are able to get feedback. Sometimes we run a contest and say, okay, we have these programs. Tell us, what are your impressions? So they'll send a text message. But also, we do have interactive sessions whereby we run a program live on radio and call farmers, or give them also room to call us, to call the expert in the studio and ask live questions. Sometimes we customize, sometimes we make it very, very general. So we accept all questions that come in. Sometimes we talk to specific farmers and say, okay, on this session on agriculture, on livestock, we have 10 farmers and we are going to ask the experiences. It could be from our database of model farmers and say, okay, today we are talking about chicken farming. But we know 10 farmers in our listeners group, and we say, okay, we are going to talk to Joseph in village A. Tell us, we know you are doing this practice for 5 years. What has been your success? So we shall call this farmer. Then we shall call another farm in another village B. And then this way, the program is interactive, experience is shared, and there's impact, there's action, because our aim is action. We don't run programs for programs, but we want to evoke action and positive action so that farmers can learn. It is like a learning platform, and they can do. And of course, we would like that farmers are able to overcome poverty, they're able to improve their livelihoods, name it.
So Joseph, how is this funded?
This process, I can say, is entirely funded by ourselves. Me as the chief protagonist, I'm investing a lot of my resources, time, technical, even money, to make this work. So are my colleagues whom I work with, but also have some donations from friends. A few friends who are like sympathizers for our program have come to our program and say, oh Joseph, you have your computers is old. I can give you a second-hand computer. Joseph, you need a microphone. So somebody has contributed a microphone, and this way our program has stood. And luckily enough, we are a small organization, but our impact has become very big. So many people, okay, not so many, they have documented our work. Our program stands out in the country and in the region as a model. But why are we doing it? There should be motivation. I am from the community I'm working. I'm one of the few people who have gone to school. I'm one of the few people who are concerned about the hundreds of my kinsmen who are poor. I know they have the ability. I know we have resources. But our biggest problem has been limited knowledge about to utilize the resources that we have to be able to help ourselves. And in this way, I found that if we provide information, information is the key resource that is lacking. If somebody knows how to improve his land, then he will be able to produce enough food. If one has access to markets, he will be able to produce and sell. And this way, my community will be able to meet or to overcome the other problems, be able to have good housing, take children to school, improve healthcare, and all this much. So, this way I find myself, and I find that FADECO radio is really key in the reform process of my country also as well.
Wonderful. Thank you.